Hey guys, it's Kelsey and I am back with my October How to Kill a Kit with Style layout share. So I'm going to go through the layouts really quick. I'm going to do this a little bit different than normal. Still going to go through the layouts first and still going to go through what I have left over after. But because this month I was working pretty much from 2 mini kits, I'm going to lay the layouts into 2 piles from each kit, if that makes sense, so you can kind of see what I pulled from each. As you know, if you've been following this month's kit was provided by Kelly, who very generously sent me a whole box of Felicity Jane goodies plus some other goodies from her stash, and it was so much fun. I had such a good time working with this kit this month, and I do have some left over, so I'm excited to be able to play with that in upcoming months. But I figured I'd just start by showing you the layouts like I normally do. Layout 1 was from the Hannah collection. I couldn't help myself, I had to start with the Hannah collection. Did something very comfortable for me and in the style of pretty much how I used the Hannah collection the first time I used it. Love this tone on tone blue. Really wanted to work with a lot of the neutrals, pulling some vellum, cork, wood veneer. Got a bicycle used up, some of the willow washi, a branding strip. So pretty simple page, but it was really fun starting to dig into all the little extras that she sent me. She sent me all these little wood veneers, puffy hearts from the Amanda collection, these really cool cork arrows. She included some extra alphabets, some ribbons. So it was a lot of fun, even though vellum, she sent me like 4 or 5 sheets of vellum. So this was a lot of fun to start out with kicking off this month. Second was from the Jenny collection. You'll notice I kind of alternated which kit I was working with. I very much just wanted to continue with the Hannah collection after this one, but I kind of made myself, okay, like do one with Hannah, one with Jenny, one with Hannah, one with Jenny. So I'm really glad I did it that way, especially because I found I created very differently between these 2 collections. So it was really fun to kind of like switch back and forth and kind of do different things. This one was based off of a design that Christina gave us for the Secret Net Secret Kit Club. She basically gave us a starting point for a design and we had to finish our page from there. So that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this one because I got to use a lot of pocket cards, these really cute puffy stickers, some washi from the Henley collection, stars from the Amanda collection, some ribbon she included, some extra banners from miscellaneous collections. This was a pocket card I fussy cut. Even the mats around my photo were from the 6x6 grab bag that she included of some random 6x6 papers from a bunch of different collections. So that was a lot of fun to pull that all together. Even these chalkboard self-adhesive embellishments she included as well. So that was a lot of fun to work with. This was one of them. I was kind of asking you guys what you thought about the balancing and the black. And kind of you guys gave me some advice. Sorry, Billy's chasing something downstairs if you can hear that. But I think I am going to, one of you guys had suggested I go back and I just mat my photos with a skinny strip of black, and I really, really like that idea because I think that'll bring some of this black here and it'll be more balanced. So thank you for that suggestion and everyone else who gave me some advice for that. That was layout 2. Layout 3 was a real time, so that was a lot of fun. I hadn't done a real time in a while, and of course I had to use the Hannah collection, and I was really excited about this one because it was very different than any other page I've made with the Hannah collection so far. Design-wise, it was very similar to how I used this paper the last time I had it. Sorry, Billy sees a cat outside. Billy, come here. Come here. Sorry about that. I know, you can't go play with it right now though. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Good boy. He is excited about the kitty. Anyways, so this was a real time. So if you like the real time process videos that are a little slower, you can see exactly how I go through my thought process of designing. That would be this one. I did pull in this little bow from my stash. That was from the Gina collection because these photos and some of the other things she sent me, like this is a Reagan paper from the 6x6 paper pad, again the willow washi. I just thought it looked very autumnal, and I was glad I got some orange on a page because I don't like using orange, and I feel like this just worked out really, really well. So that was a fun one. And these sequins she also sent me, they were from the Jenny collection actually, but I really felt like this more corally color and this yellow went really well with all the changing leaves, especially with this Reagan paper that also complemented the Hannah collection really, really well. Also, this chipboard heart was from the Gina collection, so I'm glad I got both of those used up from my stash. That was fun. So there is number 3. Number 4, we are back with the Jenny collection. This was using a sketch from Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches. So this one was a lot of fun. Again, got to dig into my stash, use some doilies, but all of these wood veneer pieces, Kellee included. These are some scraps from the 6x6 I used on the first page I used Jenny on, so I got some more of that used up. This is a branding strip, and the washi is from the Henley washi sticker sheets that she included. You'll see, especially when I get into what's left over, but I divided all the goodies into these 2 collections, and so I really tried to use the Willow washi with the Hannah collection and the Henley washi with the Jenny collection, so I think that worked out really, really well. And the, I think it was Catherine, I think, puffy stickers went really well with the Jenny collection too. But this was sketch based, so I'm really glad I got that done. And then layout 5, this one wasn't a sketch or anything. This was a stamp with me, I believe, because I stamped and heat embossed. I actually have the Hannah stamp set from when I got this collection like a while ago. And so I tried to pull that in this month too while I used Hannah, but this one was a lot of fun. Just getting a bunch of outtakes from our family photo. Bennett is just making hilarious faces in all of these extra pictures, so I wanted to include them. But this one was a lot of fun, because I used 3 different pocket cards. I have this one, and this one. Got to use the stamping again, some washi from the Willow collection. Got to use some epoxy hearts from the Elizabeth collection, and then some puffy hearts from the Amanda collection. So a really fun mix of different things. Again, this ribbon she had included, so I'm glad I got that on another page as well. But yeah, super pretty. I really like doing these monochromatic layouts with the Hannah collection. You'll see that quite a bit, but I thought that was a lot of fun. So for layout 6 with the Jenny collection, I wanted to try something a little bit different than I did with these 2. These 2 are very bright, kind of girly, multicolored pages. I wanted to try and do a more masculine or more boyish layout, which was challenging because you can see all the colors that were in that collection. So this is what I came up with, and I actually really, really like it. I actually wouldn't have seen this page and thought it came from the Jenny collection, but I think that's kind of what's fun about it. I pulled the yellow grid and this aqua watercolor paper and just tried to pull from those 2 color schemes, used 2 branding strips, some washi tape, some of the sequins that came in the collection, as well as a couple extras that she included to kind of create this. But I really like how it turned out. And I just love when you can do that, when you can pull a couple items from a collection and create something that doesn't look like it came from that collection. So that was a lot of fun, but that was just documenting Thanksgiving. Layout 7 was another sketch from Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches. I really loved this one because this was the first page pretty much the entire month where I had scraps built up from the previous layouts that I could really start playing with. So I just had so much fun doing all this little layery detail. I love these butterfly wood veneer she included. Even this tiny little paper clip was included in the collection, so or my kit that she sent me, so I included that. I die cut this circle from one of the pocket cards, and again got some more of the cork arrows on here, so that one was a ton of fun. Again, pulling in vellum wherever I can. These are matted in vellum, this is matted in vellum, so really trying to get that used up too. And these 2 floral bits, it looks kind of like it's one big pattern paper behind this blue chevron, but those are both actually branding strips, so I'm glad I got both of those used up too. And then layout 8, this was another sketch from Christy's Beautiful Life, 30 Days of Sketches. And this one was challenging because I knew I wanted to do a lot of color. I knew I wanted to use this floral background. So by doing this gesso around all the layers, it really helps tone down the background so it doesn't kind of blend together. The design itself is really simple. This one didn't take very long. This was probably the easiest one I did all month. But there does look like there's a lot going on because of all the colors. So I really hope that by keeping it simple and by doing this halo effect with the white, you can kind of still see everything and it's not super in your face. But I love this little cluster. I fussy cut this house from a pocket card. Got some Henley washi, some more of those epoxy Elizabeth shapes on here, and again use that white ribbon she included, so this one was a lot of fun. Again, use some more of that yellow and green scrap from a 6x6 paper pad she sent, a branding strip from this white scallop, and this is a pocket card that I stacked top and bottom, so I'm glad I got used that up too. So there is that one. Number 9, I think we're on. This one was also a sketch from Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches, and I really wanted to again do another monochromatic layout. These two layouts actually go right next to each other. It's the same day, which is why I really liked having this floral on both pages. Just I think it ties them together. But this one was a lot of fun. Again, just followed the sketch, used some more pocket cards, some more of those cork arrows, a bunch of, you know, little bits and pieces she sent me like I've been doing all month. But again, I just love how that turned out, and I love the more monochromatic with the little pops of the wood grain. So there's that one. And the next one, I kind of went back to the color scheme I used on this one. I really liked working with this collection that way, and just use the scraps I had, plus pulling in some more white and black elements from the collection. So this one was a lot of fun. This one came together actually really, really quickly because I just threw a bunch of scraps together and then embellished. So this one was a lot of fun too. I made my own tag. I was out of the white ribbon at this point, so you can see I'm kind of pulling some twine from my stash. I did have some black and white ribbon you saw me use earlier on one of the first pages I did, but I really wanted to use twine for these. But I did use some of the Maggie Holmes stickers she included with the collection for this one. Another one of those chalkboard adhesive tags. I painted the wood veneer black on this one. So all of that was really fun. These are also washi from the Henley collection, so a lot of goodness that I feel like I got crammed on here, but this one was a lot of fun to make. When I get to this part of the collection, I'm kind of getting towards the end, but I still have big chunks of paper. I feel like that's when I have the most fun creating, because this, if you watch the process video, I seriously just lay the scraps down how they were, and that was my design, and I just figured it out from there. So yeah, that was a lot of fun to create as well. Number, are we on 11? I think we're on 11, is the hop video for, oh my gosh, I can't even remember. The hop hasn't even come up yet. It was the, oh yeah, Off the Board with Pineapple Papers and Stamp With Me. So I got one little stamp detail on there. I know that was really kind of eking in under the Stamp With Me, but I really love what that detail adds. And as I composed this page, I just didn't want to, I just felt like if I stamped, I would have made like more than this. I just would have ended up making it messy. And I just, this is one of my favorite pages I made all month long. And it's very, very special and sentimental and symbolic. So I just love the way this came out. But it was for the Off the Board with Pineapple Papers. We were supposed to use a Pinterest inspiration that was wine inspired. So I didn't want to go literal with the wine. A lot of girls did some really cool things with a play on words and using a different form of the word wine. But I decided to go on Pinterest and basically put in a mood board that was rosé inspired. And then I used that mood board to create this layout. And I just love, 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 love what came from that. So again, I did pull in some of this Reagan 6x6 paper that was included with the collection, pulled in these chipboard letters, some more wood veneer she included, and some more willow washi. So I just think this one turned out really nice, and another branding strip and some more willow washi there. But yeah, love that one. My last page is still drying, so I'm going to try and be careful with it. I started off with using the Jenny collection because it was the last collection I had full pages in, which was this pink and this black and white heart. But the rest of it is actually the Hannah collection after I put the white and pink together. With this photo being very, very pink, it has a filter on it from Snapchat that turned it extra pink, plus I'm holding this pink makeup palette. I didn't want to go down like the yellows and the other colors that were left over in the Jenny collection, but I really thought these blues looked really nice with the pink. So this one actually, I kind of pulled in both collections, which I thought was fitting because it was the final page. So I'm glad I got scraps from both of them on a page together. But again, just using some more Amanda Puffy stickers, some wood veneer sheet included, and just trying to get scraps used up. There's some more vellum. Again, I used the foam alpha sheet included. But yeah, I thought that was a lot of fun. But this is everything I made this month, so I thought that was pretty good. I got 6 layouts done with each collection, so 12 total, which I think is pretty good. And I just couldn't believe the variety of what I created with these 2 very different collections. It was really fun to work that way. So I'm gonna set those aside. And then I guess let me just go through each kind of mini kit that I had. As far as the Hannah collection, this is what's left over. Got a chunk of floral. I got 3 strips of this multicolor chevron. I have a couple solids. I'm surprised how much solid I have left over because I remember the last time I used this kit, I like went through the solids really quickly. And I'm surprised I have this much wood grain, but I was being super, super frugal with it all month long. But yeah, so these are all double-sided too. Put it on the darker pink so you can kind of see it. But again, I didn't think that was too bad. It's definitely way more than I had left over the first time I used this kit, but the first time I used this kit, I only used the Hannah collection all month. So I think this isn't bad considering I had 2 kits I was working from. But those are all the paper bits. And then I have 4 of the ephemera bits left over. And then pocket cards, I have a good bit left over. I have a scrap of that one. Have the light blue. The multicolored pocket cards I had a harder time with this month. I think because a lot of the Hannah pages, I don't think this one was in the Hannah collection. It was what she attached her little note to, but I put it with the Hannah collection. But most of my Hannah pages were more monochromatic, so it was harder for me to use these multicolored ones. But those are all of the pocket cards and ephemera bits. Let's see, I used the Willow collection with this one, and I used over half of the washi sheets. So I thought that was pretty good. I have these 2 multicolor ones left over, but I used, you know, the rose gold striped ones were the first ones to go, and then this pink and the black and white I also got used up, but I thought that was pretty good. And then out of the 6x6 paper pads, I think I used 3 of them with this collection, and these are the scraps of what's left over from that one. So I didn't think that was bad either. But that's what's left over from the Hannah portion. And then the Jenny portion, I did not end up using the front part this month. And then I do have, oh my gosh, I should have organized this before I started this, but I have a big chunk of the polka dot, a big chunk of the black and white hearts. That was the last page. Some chunks of solids, a couple branding strips. I only have 1 full branding strip from this collection left over. That's pretty exciting. And it's the sprinkles. That's why it was harder for me to use. The more birthday themed portion of this kit, I really didn't get to take advantage of because I really didn't have any birthday type layouts to do. But I have a chunk of the yellow grid, the confetti with the text on the back, and a little chunk of that floral. And then pocket card wise, again, I thought I did pretty good with them, but it does look like I have a lot left over. But mostly, you know, the kind of more random or birthday themed ones, a couple of the black and white and the pink speech bubble. So that's the Jenny collection that's left over, but I also used the Henley washi, which I thought I did pretty good. I'm surprised I didn't use these big florals, but as far as like I used washi strips, all the words, all the circles, all the speech bubbles. So yeah, I didn't think that was terrible, but I definitely have some that will go with other collections in the future. I actually did find a couple. I do actually have the Henley paper pad, but no like ephemera or other bits of the collection to go with it. So this will go with that collection for whenever I do decide to use that paper. And that's also kind of why I saved these 6x6. I didn't save them intentionally, but I wasn't worried if I wasn't going to use them because all 3 of these will go really well with, I mean, this is the Henley collection. So I'm gonna toss all of this with my Henley stuff. So when I do use those papers, I will have some other bits to use with it. But I did also use 2 to 3 other 6x6 paper pads while I used this collection. I used every bit of it. So I thought that was pretty good. Okay, so that's basically the chunks from each one. And then I'm gonna go over what I have left over that I was using between both collections. I did pretty good on these, I think. I used about half, almost all of the all of the bottom row, but I used quite a bit of the epoxy and a ton of the puffy stickers. But these, of course, will go with other collections, so those will go with my Felicity Jane stash to be used later. And then out of the 4 or 5 sheets of washi, I used all of them, but I do have some scraps that I will save because you guys know I love to stamp and heat emboss on vellum. And just to, you know, do its little borders or banners or whatever. So this is what's left of the vellum, but I will continue to use that. And then as far as all the alphabets, I didn't get to use this one at all. I realized I set it aside so it didn't get lost with all the big alphabets, and then it got covered up by another piece of paper and I lost it. So I have this whole thing I need to use. I'm ashamed, but this will be used in the future. I got quite a few titles from this white foam alphabet, but still quite a few letters left. So we'll use that in the future. Love this Catherine puffy sticker alphabet. Again, I use this quite a few times with the Jenny collection. But as you can see, I definitely still have usable titles with this one as well. For the Sarah chipboard, I actually only got to use this one time. I'm really surprised I didn't use it more, but I think it's because I kept pulling for the white foam whenever I had a chance to use white for some reason. But I'm glad I did get them used up on a page, and these are always going to be super versatile with any kind of collection or kit, so these will be used in the future too. And then she also had sent me the Maggie Holmes washi stickers, which I'm surprised I didn't use this more. I think because she sent me so much other good stuff, I kind of forgot about it. And because I wanted to use this a lot with the Hannah collection, but I kept pulling in the rose gold instead of using the yellow gold. So I think if I would have like remembered not to put rose gold on the layouts, I could have pulled more from this. But I love everything on this sticker sheet, so again, I will use it. But I did get a title out of it, so at least I used some part of it. Although I really am surprised I didn't use more of it. So that's all the alphas she sent me. I do have this scrap from the Bailey collection that like some of these goodies came inside of. I was expecting to use some of this month too, but I didn't get a chance to, so that's technically still part of the kit that I didn't use. And then she sent me these 2 containers full of stuff. So this one, I think it had some, the white ribbon, the wood veneer, and a whole sheet of these cork arrows. I used a bunch of the cork arrows, and I used a ton of the wood veneer, but she sent me so much. I'm definitely glad I have some to go on future pages, but I did use quite a bit of both of these. I pulled from this a ton. So this will go with my small wood veneer stash I do have, so I actually will have wood veneer to use on future pages. And then this one, she sent me some of the black and white plaid ribbon, which got used. I used quite a bit of it on that first Jenny layout. And then I was pulling a lot from the white ribbon after that, which I used all of the white ribbon. But she sent me these really cool, I didn't know the first couple times I used them, but these are actually adhesive backed stickers, which is pretty cool. But I did get these used up quite a few times. But again, she sent me a ton, so that's nice that I have some left over for future layouts. And I also pulled quite a bit from the miscellaneous cards she included, but she sent me a ton of these too. So the ones that are more not in either color scheme, I really didn't figure out a way to use. I really thought I would use like these, but But of course, she sent me the pocket cards for both collections that I was working from as well. So that's why I just didn't get to all of them, but all of these will be really nice to have with my other Felicity Jane stuff. So I will pull from those whenever I'm using coordinating colors. And then she did send me a bunch of like other little goodies from random collections. I don't think I used any of the numbers, but I did use quite a bit of the ephemera bits. There's a few left over, some black and white florals and like these little bits. But I actually did use quite a bit of what was in here as well. All of the tags and, you know, some other things. So I feel like I'm forgetting something. Am I forgetting something? I don't think I am. So I have a lot left over, but as you can see, like she gave me a lot to start with. So also just side note, oh, sequins. I used the sequins quite a few times, but again, they gave you a ton. It looks like I didn't even touch them. So I will use these in the future too. But the pens that she included are like my new favorite pens ever. So I just figured I'd mention that too, because I had so much fun using these and they're definitely my new favorite pen. So yeah, I think that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll be back tomorrow with my November kit share. And yeah, make sure you check out everyone else playing along, see what they got done this month, and then stay tuned again for them tomorrow with the new kits. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.